Have you ever wondered if a simple act of kindness could change someone's life forever? Let me tell you about a remarkable story that began with nothing more than a glass of milk. Years ago, there was a young boy from a struggling family. Each day, he would wake up before sunrise to sell newspapers on the streets, desperately trying to earn enough money to stay in school. His dreams were big, but his pockets were empty. One particularly difficult day, his stomach was growling so loudly it almost drowned out his calls of newspaper. Get your newspaper. He hadn't eaten since the previous morning, and desperation began to set in. Gathering his courage, he started knocking on doors, hoping someone would spare him some food. Door after door closed in his face. Some people ignored him completely, while others told him to go away. But then something unexpected happened. At one house, a young girl answered the door. When she saw his weary face and heard his humble request, she didn't hesitate. Instead of turning him away, she brought him a large glass of cold milk. The boy, overwhelmed by her kindness, reached into his pocket to pay her, but she refused. "Kindness shouldn't come with a price tag," she said with a warm smile. That glass of milk gave him more than just nourishment. It gave him hope and renewed determination. Years passed, and that young boy worked harder than ever. Through persistence and dedication, he eventually became a successful doctor. Then one day, a patient was brought to his hospital. A woman critically ill with a rare condition. As he looked at her chart, something sparked in his memory. He recognized her name. She was the same girl who had shown him kindness all those years ago. Now she was fighting for her life, and many other doctors had given up on her case. But he was determined to help her just as she had helped him. For months, he worked tirelessly, using all his expertise to treat her condition. Finally, she recovered. When it came time for her to check out, she was anxious about the hospital bill, knowing it would be substantial. But when she opened the envelope, her eyes welled up with tears. Across the bill were written the words, "Paid in full, with 1 glass of milk." You see, that's the beautiful thing about kindness. It always finds its way back to you, sometimes in ways you'd never expect, and often when you need it most. That simple glass of milk not only changed 2 lives, but also reminds us that even the smallest acts of kindness can ripple through time, creating waves of positive change. So the next time you have a chance to help someone, remember this story, because every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to transform lives in ways we may never imagine.